Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well, staying at home, doing your school work. Nowadays, you are getting every day something, no? So, are you all doing your work? So, don't miss all those things. Every day, you have to complete your work because teachers, again, they are ready with the next lecture, with the next video. So, start doing your work. So, today, I am going to take your grammar lesson. The next lesson, Madam has taught you, Deepa Madam, interrogative lesson, interrogative sentences, no? So today we are going to start nouns and its kinds. So first of all, you should open your book for a while and then close it because then only you'll understand. Otherwise what will happen, you will look into your book. So instead of looking into your book, you look into the video, what your madam is explaining. So today we are going to do noun and its kinds. So I think you all are very clear what is a noun. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place or thing. In KG1, in class 1, class 2, every time you know you have learned this word noun because it is the first parts of a speech. What is it? It is the first parts of a speech. There are 8 parts of speech, but the very first is noun. Why? Because it is the main thing, it is a naming word. What do we call? We call it as a naming word. Because we have given a name to any word and that becomes a noun. So noun is not only that it's the name of a place, animal or thing, but I just want to say that everything around us is a noun. If I am standing here, I am a noun. If I'm writing on the blackboard, that blackboard is a noun. If the fan is working here, that is a noun. The mic is here, that is also a noun. But we have to categorize it. What we have to do? We have to categorize it. And when we want to categorize it, then only we can understand that how many kinds of nouns are there. Everything is a noun. We know that. But which type of a noun they are, that we are going to study today. So first of all, you should know what is a noun. So noun is a name of a person, animal or thing. So it is a naming word. But we have categorized it, so we have to learn what are kinds of noun. So today we are going to learn kinds of nouns. Kinds of nouns. Now, in order to study language, all words are placed in classes or categories called parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. This you all have studied and we will study later on because we will take one topic each time and then we'll cover all the topics. We have already read a little about these parts of speech in our previous classes. Now we shall study them in detail. However, it's very important to understand one thing right at the beginning, that a word may not always belong to the same class. We should never say that a word is a noun, adjective or verb. It may be used as a noun in one sentence and as an adjective in another. The class to which a word belongs depends upon the work it does in a sentence. So there's no need to study in this detailed form, but we should know how we are going to categorize it. So noun. A noun is the name of a person, animal, place or thing. Now if I want to say, I'll give you very small examples like Amit works. Okay, what is it? Amit works. Okay, if I write the boy works. So there is a difference in the sentence, no? Amit. What is Amit? Amit is a proper noun. But if I say the boy works, boy becomes a common noun because this is a name. We have this specific name is given to this person, this boy. We have given a specific name and this word we have written with a capital letter. So it becomes a proper noun and here it is a common noun. So always remember that like boy, child, girl, woman, man, All these are common nouns. But when we give a specific name to that, it becomes a proper noun, and proper noun is always written with a capital letter. Like if I'll say names of the people, like Kalpana Chawla, Rahul Dravid, Sunita Williams, Priyanka, George Washington, Mahatma Gandhi, Harry Potter, Cinderella. All these are names given, specific names, so they are proper nouns. Now, names of months and days of the week. Now, when we talk about names of months, when we write the names of the months, we never write with a small letter. Why? Because they are proper noun. Because of that only we are not writing with the small letters. Like if I want to write January, so what is January? January is a proper noun. If I say, I was born in the month of January. So now if anybody asks me, Madam, please underline the common noun and the proper noun. So what I'll do? I'll underline like this, month. Month is a common noun and January is a proper noun. Why? Because I have written this with a capital letter also. So all the months, all the days of the week, they are proper nouns. But if I say days of the week, if this word is coming, so this week word is a noun, but which type of a noun? It is a common noun. So got the difference of common noun and proper noun? Now like many buildings are there, so many buildings, no? Like if I say RDB mall only, it's also a very big thing, no? So it's a proper noun. We go to many malls means common noun. But if I want to go to DB mall, that is a proper noun because a specific name and a specific place I am going, so it becomes a proper noun. Now countries, the names of the countries, they are always proper noun because we never write with a small letter. Then names of oceans, rivers, lakes, seas and mountains. What are they? They are also proper noun. We never write Ganga with a small letter. Do we write? Do we write the Indian Ocean with a small letter? No. Do we write? No. The Kaveri, the Atlantic Ocean, all these names we always write with capital letters because they are proper nouns. Then like cities, like I live in Bhopal. So Bhopal is a proper noun. But if I say I live in a city, then city becomes a common noun. But if I say I live in Bhopal, then Bhopal is a proper noun and Bhopal is written always with a capital letter. And because of that only we always tell you that when you are writing dictation words, don't write with proper capital letters because they are not proper nouns. Always write with small letters. Whenever you are writing word meanings, you should write with small letter. Whenever you are writing sentences, the word of the sentence you write with small letter, then you can start the sentence with a capital letter. So this you should always keep it in mind that only the proper nouns are written with capital letters and common nouns are not written with capital letters. So now we are going to do some common nouns. Now like this. A common noun can be defined as a noun that does not indicate to a particular person, place or thing, but it is common to all the persons. One more thing I want to explain, that all the animals, all the flowers, they are all common nouns. Okay, you think that dog is a name, but it's not a name. Specific name is not there. It is something, it's the whole thing, the dogs, all the dogs are like, all the men are there, all the girls are there. Same thing with the dogs also, with the cats also. So we have to give a name. Like my dog's name is Moti. Okay, my dog's name is Moti. Now Moti is a proper noun, but dog is a common noun. So always remember that all the animals, all the birds, they are all common nouns and they are always written with a small letter. We never write with a capital letter. Understood this thing? See, like marigold, sunflower, lotus, lily, tulip, all these they come under common nouns. Like so many things are given, like if I say India, what is India? India is a proper noun. Okay, but if I say country, country is a common noun. Understood? So many countries are there. But India is a name given to that country, it becomes a proper noun. Understood this thing? The Rashtrapati Bhavan is in New Delhi. Now, if I write like this, you just, I'll write one sentence. Have I written this sentence correctly? Have I written? No. Because all these are capital verbs, all these are proper nouns. The Rashtrapati Bhavan is in New Delhi. All these words I have to write with capital letters. So this sentence is wrong and this is the correct sentence. Understood? So now you have understood the difference between a proper noun and a common noun. Proper noun is always written with a capital letter. Common noun is always written with a small letter. And everything around us is a noun, so we can say they are common nouns only. But when we give a special name to them, then it becomes, if I am using a fan, if I say the fan is of Crompton Greaves, so fan is a common noun, but the company is Crompton Greaves. So that is a proper noun. Now the third one we are going to do is collective noun. What is it? Third one is collective noun. Now what is a collective noun? Collective noun, there are certain nouns that describe the name of group of persons or things considered as whole. Such nouns are called as collective nouns. Now if I say the word team, this is also a collection. The word team stands for collection of players, no? So this team word is a collective noun. If I say the word bunch, a bunch of flowers, a bunch of keys, anything we can say, no? So there, or a bouquet of flowers, so that bunch stands for keys. So that bunch is a collective noun. Now the word shoal, S-H-O-A-L. We always say this for fish, a shoal of fish. So this is a collective noun because we are using this word as a collection. The word heap stands for collection of books, like the heap of books, no? So it's a collection of books, so it is a collective noun. So collective nouns take a singular verb for a single unit. If I say our team. So here team, with team we will never say love, but we will say loves. Our team loves to play together. Our team loves to play together. We will never say that our team love. That is wrong. Okay. So with this in the plural, in the verb, we have to write down S. So our team loves. Now, collective nouns take a plural verb for individual collection, like the police are. Now police. Police is always a plural word. What is police? Police is a plural verb. So we never say the police is. What do we say? The police are. Which verb are we using here? The police are grilling the culprit who stole in the ATM machine. Now, like the battery of lawyers, a bench of judges, a team of players, a panel of doctors, a board of directors, a troop of actors, an army of soldiers. So these are group of people. Now, like for animals also the same thing we can say. A pack of wolves, a nest of rabbits, a herd of elephants, a flock of birds, a school of whales, a pride of lions. This I think you've studied in class 3 and 4 also. A gaggle of geese, a swarm of bees. Now for many things also we say, like a range of mountains. For mountains, which collective noun we are using? Range, R-A-N-G-E. A string of beads, S-T-R-I-G, string. So which collective noun is there? String. A pile of newspapers. Now for newspaper, which collective noun we will use? A pile, P-I-L-E. A series of books, S-E-R-I-E-S. A set of dishes. A range of hills. For hills, which word are we using? R-A-N-G-E. In the exercise, in the copies, I'll give you so many these type of things. So you can, on WhatsApp, I'll give you. So you can write in your copies. I'll give you. A cluster of trees. So all these are collective nouns. So a collective noun can be defined as the name of group of persons or things taken together as one. If I say a team of players, a swarm of bees. So both the ways you have to learn. You have to learn the whole phrase. Otherwise, what will happen? You won't be able to write the correct answer. So learn the whole thing. A swarm of this. Then a herd of dash. So which word is given? Both. The collective word also you learn and to which it belongs. Okay? That also you learn. Now, after that it comes the last, fourth one, that is material noun. What is fourth one? Fourth one is material noun. Cotton clothes are worn in summers. Okay? Cotton clothes are worn in summers. This chair is made of wood. So, which words I have used? First sentence I have used word cotton, and the second one I have used wood. So these are the words from where the things are made. If I want to wear something, so what is the fabric? The fabric is cotton. I wear a cotton suit. So that is the material. From where are you making the chair? That is wood. So that is the material. So all these are called as material nouns. Like clothes are made of cotton. Like candies. Candies are made up of sugar or milk, anything. Shirts are made of cloth. Ships and trains are made of steel. Newspaper and books are made of paper. Window panes are usually made of glass. Cups and plates are usually made of china clay. Shoes are made of leather. Pens and ball pens are made of plastic. Ornaments are made of gold. So the things they are made of, those words are called as material nouns, like plastic, then glass, then leather, all these words. Because out of this we make things. So these are called as material nouns. Now we will come to abstract nouns. We are going to come to abstract nouns. The last one is abstract nouns. Now what is an abstract noun? Anybody knows? I think you all have studied, no? Abstract nouns. So what is an abstract noun? I'll just give you a very good definition, and that if you want to write, you can write so that it will be very easy for you. Things which you can only feel. Things which you can feel, and ideas that you cannot touch but only express. You cannot touch, you can only express. That is an abstract noun. Abstract nouns like honesty, truth, anger, pain, hatred, jealousy can only be felt. If you are angry with someone, you can show that anger, but you cannot touch that anger. Okay? If you want to give some idea that you cannot touch, but you can feel, that you can show. So that is an abstract noun. Like truth. Everybody knows that she speaks the truth, but nobody can go and touch that truth, no? But they can feel that truth. That this girl is very true. She is very true in her words. So, truth is an abstract noun. Now, sometimes we have to, by adding, means we have to add some words to adjectives, then they become an abstract noun. If I say, like kind word, if I say kind, and if I have to add N-E-S-S, what will it become? Now it becomes an abstract noun. So what was it? This was an adjective, and out of adjective we have made an abstract noun by adding N-E-S-S. Like thick, same thing is with thick also. Thickness, then great, greatness, happy. Now happy, what is happy? Happy word is an adjective. If I want to add N-E-S-S, then it will become an abstract noun. So out of these adjectives, we can make an abstract noun by adding some words. Same thing is with lazy, laziness, soft, softness. Now some verbs are also there. These were the adjectives, but now we have some verbs also. If we want to add something to them, then they will become an abstract noun. Like if I say decide. Decide is a verb. This is a verb. But if I say decision, then it will become an abstract noun. Why it becomes an abstract noun? Because decision I cannot touch, but I can feel that it's something. No? So that is an abstract noun. Same thing, repeat, repetition, educate, education, divide, division. So divide is a verb, but division becomes an abstract noun. Same thing by adding few more words like real. Real word is there, so we can say reality. So reality is an abstract noun. Honest. But if I add y, it will become honesty and it will become an abstract noun. Same thing, able, ability. So we can make many abstract noun with the verbs, with the adjectives, and with adding some more words. So today's kinds of noun, it's over. In the next lesson, we will do countable and uncountable nouns. So do your work very nicely. Listen to the video very nicely. Then we will complete the exercises all in the WhatsApp. I will give you a few exercises in the WhatsApp group so that you can copy down in the copy. And next, our next video will be for countable and uncountable nouns. Okay? Have a great day.